Welcome. It's Monday, and it's the Inspire, Uplift, and Empower Soul Community inspirational video. So every Monday, I put out an inspirational video on the topic of the week, and this week's topic is self-love and honoring how you feel. All right, so let's get started. Many of us, we were taught who to love and how to love. And that most likely wasn't ourselves. We were taught from young ages what love looks like in our family dynamic, what love looks like in how we're supposed to give love. And for many of us, or at least for me, what I learned is that if I just continued to give of myself and to give of myself and to give of myself, then that was what love was. It was this sacrifice. It honestly wasn't even compromise. It was just giving of myself to ensure that I would receive to have my needs met. And I mean, like basic needs, right? Food, water, playing, right? Like those types of things. And so as I grew, what I learned is that I didn't truly love myself. I didn't love who I was, and I didn't know how to love who I was. That wasn't modeled in my home. What was modeled in my home is loving someone else, is putting other people on a pedestal, is finding divinity outside of myself, is being taught in my culture and in my society and in my church that love is something that exists that I am to give and not necessarily to receive. It is, I'll just call it what it is. I was taught that if only I could be and live in this image of this other person, then I could receive love. If only I could act a certain way, then I could receive love. If only I could speak a certain way, then I could receive love. I never learned how to just be loved for me, for just who I am, and that I didn't have to do anything for it. So on my journey back to loving myself, I've had to, one, learn what love is to me, like what it actually means to me, where it comes from, which is this beautiful divinity and love that exists within me. And that there's this ever-flowing presence of love that, again, exists within me and around me, and that is always flowing. It is never shut off, and the only person that shuts it off is me. I'm the only one that ever shuts off this love that continues to fill me from divinity, from light, from unconditional love. And so as I've been on this journey of learning how to and remembering how to love myself, because if you look at a little baby and they look themselves in the mirror, they literally love themselves. Like they're kissing themselves, they're making out with themselves, they're laughing at themselves, they're smiling, they love themselves so much. And then we're conditioned over time to not love ourselves, that there must be something wrong with us for other people's behaviors or other people's feelings. And so we learn how to unlove ourselves. So on this journey, as I've been coming back to myself, one of the key ways that I've learned and remembered how to love myself, and this is a journey that I'm on, is to honor how I feel. Because that was not something that I was taught as a child. Honoring how I feel was not acceptable. In my home, if we cried, we would be given something to cry about. In my home, if we were angry, we couldn't express that anger. I really didn't know how to connect to my feelings. My dog is, midnight, no. The windows are open because it's so beautiful, so my dog wants to bark at people walking by. And so it's just, I had to remember how to love myself, and one of the ways to do that is to honor how I feel. Honoring how I feel in all ways. And this is not easy because there are times that I feel angry, frustrated, despondent, all the feelings. I'm human, right? We are divinely human. We are a divine spirit, and we are divinely human. And so in our divine humanity, we have been given the gift of feeling. We have been given this gift to experience life and to experience what it means to be human. And experiencing life and what it means to be human also means experiencing our emotions. And so in those times when I feel whatever feeling I may be feeling, I must give myself permission. I must give myself permission to be loved in that moment, to be loved in that feeling. Because there is nothing wrong with emotions, okay? There is nothing wrong with anger or frustration or irritation or sadness unless we are stuck in them or unless we behave and act on them, right? The emotions are natural feelings, but the behavior that follows them may not be acceptable. In fact, may be completely unacceptable. And so we just need to come back to ourselves and honor how we feel. If you feel like you can't do any more at this moment and you need to take a break, and I'm sure you've been pushing yourself, take a break. Rest and relax. That's easy for me to say, but I know it's not easy to do. I get that. I'm a recovering workaholic. I used to work all the time. And I had this feeling like if I didn't do it now, it would never get done. Or I had all these storylines that I would play out that would keep me in front of the computer forever. And it really wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy for my family. It wasn't healthy for anyone. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so what I've realized in this, as I've built up this self-love and still building, but as I've built my foundation, as I've started to honor my feelings, what shows up in my life is a way for me to honor how I feel. So if there's challenges in a relationship and you're feeling, unsupported or unappreciated, I say to myself, I let myself be loved at this level. And I feel into that. And what I want for you, my hope for you from this video is that you just start to love yourself at all levels. If I feel unmotivated, I love myself at this level. If I feel like I don't want to continue on finishing that presentation or that email or that marketing campaign that I'm working on, I allow myself to be loved at this level. And I just be with it and in it. And I just allow it. Now, it's not as easy as it's easy, but it's not simple. And so the tool that I'll give you today is really just coming back to yourself. So let's say that you're in a feeling. You're in whatever feeling that may be for you. Just notice how you feel. Notice the tension in your body. You could close your eyes if it helps you feel into the tension in your body. Notice what's in your jaw. Maybe even relax your forehead. Notice your shoulders, your neck, your back, and your stomach. And just really start to notice into your body where you feel this feeling. Where you feel this feeling. And just say to yourself, I allow myself to be loved at this level. I allow myself to be loved at this level. I allow myself to be loved at this level. It's so moving, it almost moves me to tears because it's this whole new way of remembering how to love ourselves, that no matter where we are in life, no matter what steps we've taken on our journey, no matter how far off we've been, we're loved. You're loved. And so today I invite you to love yourself more by honoring how you feel. And the tool to do that is to relax, feel into it, go into your body, and just say the words, I allow myself to be loved at this level. Have a wonderful day.